Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Sports Box. Well, you know what? I'm not having a freaking good morning. This has been a shitty day all day long. I rushed home. You know what? I gotta go. This is ridiculous. This is freaking ridiculous. You know what? This is ridiculous. I've just had enough. I've had enough today. I'm having a freaking bad day.
It's gonna be okay.
Oh,
it's gonna be all right. It could be worse.
Should I start over?
No, you're good.
I'll start.
It was a good event. It was a good event.
Wait, let me just.
I mean, that probably
There we go.
Friday.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, I'm good. All right. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Sports Box, where the only opinion that matters is right here. I am Mike Galetta, a.k.a. Hamilton Mike, along with my partner, Brian, the Ranger Retard. Here, bringing you just another special that you can just bake up and serve to your friends. Today, we're going to talk a little baseball for you. Some trades went down. We're going to give you a little backdrop. Brian, let's talk about some baseball.
The big deal this week involved two of baseball's most storied franchises. One that's won a lot of titles and one that hasn't.
Yep.
Yankees and Cubs come to a trade. Relief pitcher Aroldis Chapman going to the Cubs. If you watched the Sports Box a couple weeks ago, we had MLB insider Seth Everett on from NBC Sports, and here's what he had to say going in, right after the break, going into this trade deadline season.
The team that has to make the tough decisions are the Yankees. The Yankees are a 500 club, but they're lucky to be a 500 club. They're
Absolutely.
not very good.
Yep.
They remind me of the 2012 and 2013 Phillies. They're a team that is competitive, but you know that they're past their due, and it's just a matter of time before they come away and find themselves on hard times. The Phillies at the time, if you remember, they needed to do anything to fortify a farm system. I mean, they people were begging for prospects.
Right.
And the Yankees have no prospects to speak of. It's a very interesting parallel. And I think what the Yankees can do is they have three chips. They have three things that teams in the races want. I can tell you the teams they should go to. Andrew Miller should go to the Cubs. Aroldis Chapman should go to either the Texas Rangers or the Washington Nationals. And Carlos Beltran should go to the San Francisco Giants.
So there you go. We only get winners here.
Only winner. I keep telling people that, and they don't listen to me for crying out loud.
So Seth did say that the Cubs are looking to get Andrew Miller out of New York. Now, you can make the case Miller was a better option than Chapman just from a talent perspective, but obviously the price would have probably been more.
Yep.
I think the Yankees did very well here. I mean, Chapman's going to be a free agent at the end of the season. They got four players back. I mean, the jewel of the deal is Gleyber Torres, a shortstop prospect, 19 years old. He was the Cubs' top prospect. I mean, this is the kind of deal that Seth said the Yankees needed to do. Mm-hmm. It's exactly what they did, to their credit. Now, you may see the Yankees do a little more of this in the coming days, depending on how the next week or so goes, going up into the deadline. But I got to tell you, Mike, the Cubs look pretty invincible right now. I think that this could be a run for a team that has not won since 1908.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But you know what some bigger news is? Oh, absolutely. You got to talk Padres. Oh, we're talking Padres here. What else can you go wrong with Padres? Toronto Blue Jays just acquired Melvin Upton. For all you old school guys out there, that is the one time known as B.J. Upton, was acquired from the Padres to the Blue Jays. I think it's a solid deal. I mean, B.J. Upton, I have a little bit of treading the tires, but he's a good player.
Yeah, I mean, I
think help him out.
I think he's a player that's probably going to help the Blue Jays down the stretch here. I mean, they're in a race with Baltimore and Boston that division.
Yep.
So, hey, I mean, you're going to keep accumulating players, try to help yourself moving forward, and I think we're going to see a lot more of these deals as we get closer to the deadline.
And in the baseball you usually do so.
Yeah, I mean, so again, it'll be interesting to see where some the heavy hitters go. Will the Yankees trade Andrew Miller? You don't know. It's going to just depend how the next couple days go in the season. You may see some other teams that we talked with Seth too, that so many teams think they're in on the wild card.
Yeah.
Maybe the next couple days, maybe they're going to fall out of it. Players become available. Should be pretty interesting time.
Hellickson is a name that's been kicked around for the Phillies. He's definitely being moved. And Philly fans, hey, I'm sorry it's been an up and down season, but you got to start trading some assets right now for the future. You have to. And then in the other fun news, Chris Sale with a uniform meltdown. What the hell are you thinking? Okay, you don't want to wear a uniform. It's maybe a little tacky. Not a little GQ-ish. You can't wear it around fashionable around town. But you don't cut up jerseys, Chris. What are you doing? Unbelievable. And the best is you can't even really get around a suspension. You suspend him for 5 games.
Yeah.
How do you suspend a pitcher so he misses 5 starts? The guy, if you suspend him for 5 starts, what they can do is just start him every game, scratch him, and there's a suspension.
Entitlement society.
Exactly. So, Chris Sale, nice job for being a horse's ass. The horse's ass award of the week goes to Chris Sale, cutting up jerseys. Unbelievable. But only here at the Sports Box do you hear that. So, that's all the time we have for the Sports Box. Keep an eye out. We got some good stuff coming, more specials, more stuff coming for you. And just remember, keep watching because I might have a total meltdown.
I'll try to keep my calm. No guarantees. I'll do what I can.
The episode of the year might be when we flip the table, or when I flip the table over, but whenever that's a heavy table. So remember, at Sportsbox, the only opinion that matters.
It's right here.
It's right here, folks. Always winners. Keep an eye out. Take care. See you.
Don't forget to subscribe.